We've been talking about film. How about the passing of the giant David Lynch?
We were talking about that last episode because I was really, honestly, like genuinely sad about that. There's, whenever anyone that you look up to goes, it's sad, but with him, that really kicked me in the balls. I was really fucking sad that he died.
He might be the America's greatest director.
It's funny you say that. I was thinking the exact same thing. I really do.
And to see what Scorsese and Spielberg both had to say about him was pretty impressive. And I feel like that kind of thing doesn't happen very often. And
my favorite art, whatever form you're working in, is that which is the most idiosyncratic and unique to the person making it. When I listen to Tom Waits, nobody sounds like Tom Waits. Yeah. And Tom Waits has sounded like a lot of different Tom Waits over his life. It's not one thing. If you listen to Rain Dogs or you listen to Bad As Me, those are two different people making those albums, but they're both Tom Waits.
Yeah, he's staying true.
Exactly. And like we were talking about, I think before we started rolling, I love film is my favorite thing in life. I adore film. It's my favorite thing. And the output that American film has had has not been to the caliber of other things, of other facets of art. Obviously, I think music is the great contribution that I think America has had in its short life. I mean, the output we've had musically.
Well, we had Hollywood. Hollywood kind of sometimes works and sometimes doesn't work.
And don't get me wrong, there have been just we had the golden age of Hollywood. I mean, there are American films that I think are unbelievably good. Just unbelievably good. I mean, put Jimmy Stewart in, and I'm sold. Put Paul Newman in it, and it's the greatest movies ever made.
But the depth and ways, I agree with you. Yeah,
but I do truly think Lynch is up there as, and it's funny. It's a thought that had not crossed my mind until he was gone. And I think about him a lot because I love him as an artist. But I think if you're gonna come up with a name for who's the greatest American director we've had, he's in the conversation at least.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know why that never crossed my mind, but it's crossed it a lot since he's been gone. And I can't
remember who
feeling.
It was. It was either Scorsese or Spielberg, and I think it was Spielberg that got to cast Lynch as John Ford in the movie.
That was Spielberg, yeah.
Spielberg, yeah. And I kind of think the same way you said earlier that the Western is the greatest American contribution to film. And it's kind of cool that David Lynch got to play the greatest American Western director. And
that is beautiful.
And Spielberg said something about how
he nails it by being completely David Lynch and completely John Ford at the same time.
I haven't seen it. I got to go check it out.
The movie, I'm not a fan of the movie, but that scene is phenomenal.
What's the movie?
I wish I could think of the name of the movie. It's essentially Spielberg's life. He made a almost like a biopic of his life, of his early life. Mm-hmm. It's not my thing, but that scene stole the entire. It's like the end of the movie. It sounds a
little self-indulgent there to make your own biopic, but
a little odd, but he is And it's sad when some of the best go. But I think if nothing else, whether it's thinking about David Lynch or whether it's thinking about Garth, it just for me, it reminds me to just keep making shit and keep enjoying the process of making things. I mean, that's the thing.
That's what they did.
Yeah, and that's the thing that if that's the thing that puts a smile on my face when I think of either of those people, but especially Lynch because he was so outspoken about those things. He's like, just do this because you love doing it.
There's really no other way.
There's no other way. I mean, he was a person who saw the beauty in literally everything. I mean, the guy could just sit there and stare at a brick wall and be like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. And there is something about getting to that place as a person where you can just sit in that. And there's a great video of him when they're filming the Twin Peaks, The Return, and he's sitting in his director's chair and he's just looking at the red curtains. And he's just saying, oh my God, they're so beautiful. Look how beautiful. Like, he can't get over how beautiful these fucking red curtains are. And I'm like, that is what life is about. It's about sitting in that fucking director's chair and just like enjoying the fact that you're doing it. You know?
Yeah.
It's so wonderful. I love that.
If you like that clip, you should check out the full podcast. There'll be a link somewhere around here. click on it and go there and subscribe to our main channel.